Price action is the king in trading. In this video, I want to show you two live trades and how I actually traded based on reading the price action, not based on the bias that I had on the daily chart, on weekly chart, or the news. In one of the trades, I lost $8,000, but I quickly kept the losses small and flipped my position to the correct trade, and I made over $32,000, which is almost 4 times the loss that I had. This ratio of 4-to-1 or 3-to-1 is the key to consistency for your trade. Keep the losses small, add to your winning position. And if you really pay attention, you learn how I actually keep bias away from my trading. I appreciate if you like this video, and I'm actually really looking forward to read your questions and comments. Thank you so much for watching.
All right, guys, so as you see here, my trade that I had, I want to talk about is the trade that I did on Tesla. One long and one short. The loss was about $8,000 on the short, and the long was about $33,000. And as you see, the ratio is about 1-to-4. You know, 1 loss, 4 are gain. That's how you actually become consistently profitable trader. Let's go through the trades. One thing that I have to mention that is, as you know, the President Trump and Elon Musk, they kind of their relationship got damaged. And Elon Musk, was, criticizing President Trump and the bill. And that day was, I think, June 6th or 5th or something like that. We had this massive 20% drop on Tesla. That was the time that really Elon Musk did some really big criticism of the president. So it was a really, really bad day for Tesla. It really bounced back. And again, today gap down, exactly the same reason. Elon Musk was kind of quiet for some time, but really got back again, and he started really making big criticism over Twitter about the bill and removing the EV credit and all of those stuff about the president. And president responded back that, we're gonna, investigate you or that kind of thing. So, all the things that, like the Twitter war of century that happened between them. So when the gap down, I was really having this bias that this might actually be another one of these days. So we might actually have another big sell-off all the way up to 270. But it didn't happen. And I was short at the open, so I was really short bias. Again, I'm looking at the price here. At the open really big, weak, very nice opening range breakdown happened here. And I think Brian took a short here with buying some puts. He gets some money. But I, kind of chasing it here, adding it, add more here, went up and came down. I covered a little bit, but eventually most of my position bounced back and I got stopped out. As soon as I got stopped out, I flipped my position to a long. And, we did really this nice massive squeeze above the VWAP that I made really good profit on that. So what did I see when I flipped my position to the long side? So what I saw was a very big bullish engulfing pattern. This is a pattern that I'm going to talk about in my new book as well. This is a very bullish pattern. Even though a stock was gapping down about 8%, 7% in that time, when this happened, I got stopped out at it completely. And I accepted loss because I had a big position here. But this became a bullish engulfing, popped up. I went long. I added more multiple times as soon as we got the VWAP, and then boom, really big massive rally. I added back again, boom, really big move all the way up to 306, and then I got stopped out. Very little position that I had left. So this is the combination of a couple of lessons here. First of all is the bullish engulfing crack. That's one of my favorite strategy that happens that you go long. Really nice ads that we had on the way up on these pullbacks, and really flipping the position. So not letting the bias consumes you, and that's very important. You do not want the bias to be super impactful in your decision making. Yes, it was really bad. Again, you saw the tweets that president did, especially I was really said, oh man, these two really want to start fighting together again, and then Tesla were going to go down. It did do a really nice 1 minute opening range breakdown, but the price action didn't really stay weak. When you're coming with heavy volume squeezing above the VWAP, this is an area that you really want to boom, go long, and at least don't be short. Don't get a stock shorting there. So, not trading it to the long side is one thing, but a lot of people I know that actually get really short on there. A lot of people actually commented on YouTube that, oh, I'm really getting destroyed. Why Tesla is going up? The news is really bad and that kind of thing. So price action is the king. So doesn't matter what the bias is, doesn't matter what you read, doesn't matter what information you have. The price action is the king. The market is the most powerful force, and you have to really respect that. And again, very important, have two time frame as well. So again, that's very, very important to have two time frame. And as you see here, on a 5 minute, really getting this bullish engulfing. And again, we did a VWAP squeeze. It could be also a 5 minute range breakout, as you see here. So very beautiful trading as well. And as you know, guys, I always make sure that I'm scaling out on 10%. And if I see the strength is there, I'm really adding to my position on these pullbacks.
I really want to emphasize the importance of reading the price action and keeping the bias away from your trading. It doesn't matter what you know, what you think, what was the daily chart, what was the weekly chart. As long as the price action does not support the direction of your trade, you should not trade it. Market is always right. It's always easier to follow the price action rather than try to convince yourself why the price action is like that. If you want to learn more, just comment price action so I can actually send you a tutorial about how to read the price action and how to keep the bias away from your trading.
I want to do this recap is to show you selection of the trade, getting out, and then getting back in the based on the signals that you see in the depth of market or level 2. So AMD was a very nice, amazing trade. The semiconductors really moving up significantly because of the crypto market. You see AMD had a very, very massive run in the last couple of weeks, and really some couple of really big gap hops. And what we did here was noticing that really ripped up at the open. Members in the chat room mentioned that. And we traded this for opening range breakout, added more partial in this big important level of 146. Again, we do have bookmap and order flow to take the trade based on that. And as soon as it popped up, added on this pullback, added another one and a very massive big run up. There is another, sympathetic play is that NVDA, obviously the biggest company in the world. Again, when you look at it, it is trading at all-time high, very similar pattern. NVIDIA, it's trading at all-time high 160. It was gapping up, and it was a candidate for a massive move up. So what we did at the open, as I'll share that in the chat room and also in the video that I'm going to show you as well. We did see a huge level 2 signal here, and this level 2 signal, again, I'm going to show you the video, and you see that we went long for a 1 minute open range breakup. It did pop up, touched it exactly to 157, but those orders didn't get filled, come down, hold the VWAP, it came back up, and eventually I got out of it. Had a little bit of trouble, and then it sold off. But market was really strong. Today was the day that market was making all-time high, S&P 500. So it came back up. I went long again, popped up, I went out, and we were still seeing that big ask at 157. I was still seeing it in the level 2 and in the bootcamp that we're having, and I knew that it's going to go actually toward that. But, I got out of it because it was a very profitable day for me. So since it was really profitable, I didn't really see much of the demand in to be in every trade. Again, you don't have to be in every single trade. Even though when you know that, but certainly that this one goes to 157, you don't really need to go there. So let's see that the, price action at the NVIDIA level 2 and see what action we can learn from that as well. This is a real one. It's going to go through actually that as well. So yeah. Stuff, So just make it quiet. So the high of the day is exactly at 157. So you can actually see that exactly at 157. Again, we're going to have this trading terminal in the visualization so you can see this. So they're showing up here and they go through the same time and sales as well. So these are not really fake accounts. Sorry, fake trades. Yeah, see, it's slowly stacking up. I think you're going to get bigger than that as well. So see, there's another 920 comes here. There you go. Ah. Did you see that? Did you see that? Yeah, did you see that? From that. If you have any question, guys, leave it in the comments. I have a lot of material on the book map and level 2 as well. Just leave it in the comment and I'm going to send you the videos. I really thank you guys for supporting our videos.